What's up, everybody? On a podcast now, I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about if anyone is excited for Chaos Walking. This kind of gives me an opportunity to talk about this movie a little bit before its release, as long as it doesn't get delayed again. So I'm recording this pretty early from when you guys are watching the video, but and at the time I'm recording this, the movie is not delayed. The movie's supposed to release on March 5th, 2021. Now, we'll have to see if that ends up happening. Again, it just becomes a situation where, please, for love of God, just release these movies. I mean, especially a film like this. Is it going to do any better in a year and a half from now when they delay it 5 more times because of the stuff around the world versus right now? Okay, just kind of take your loss, have people see it. If it's good, maybe it will actually kind of find a following. If it's bad, it's bad. Okay, and that's the big story with the movie like this, and that's kind of what I want to talk about in this video, because obviously this movie was supposed to release over I guess at the time it's going to come out. It was supposed to release March 1st, 2019. So almost 2 years later, in March 5th, 2021, hopefully, again, it'll release. And obviously, this has undergone major reshoots. Remember, it was actually, it was supposed to come out, and then they did the test screenings, and they were received horribly. And so they pulled it off, pulled it down, didn't release it, again, went through all of this extra stuff. And now here we are. I want to enjoy this movie. Here's the deal. Here's what I want to say. I will probably watch this movie in some way when it releases. Will I be spending money on it? No, and then you can take the rest of that however you want to take it. I feel like the fact of Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley being in a movie is enough, personally, for me to give it a chance, at least a little. I do not, and that's another thing too, is expectations. I do not expect this movie to be quite literally anything. I mean, we've gotten a couple snippets of the movie, including a trailer, and one thing I will say about it is I am not impressed in the slightest. It seems very like it's obviously trying to do stuff, but at the same time, it just seems so kind of generic and so lacking of like anything with like heart or any kind of like ambition for and anything like grabbing for me to actually watch it. And that's the thing. It's like right now, I don't know why, because I've actually been very much okay with not watching a lot of movies, but over the last couple weeks I've been like in a movie watching mood. Still haven't watched Monster Hunter, but obviously Wonder Woman, which was not very good in my opinion, and a couple other movies that I've seen over the last summer. I've rewatched Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, and it makes me want to watch other movies. So I would say personally, I mean, if we're asking the question, is anyone excited for this movie? I'll answer for you. You could definitely disagree, and maybe you do in the comments. I would say no. I would say there's probably very few people interested in this movie right now. I would say there's very few people actually excited about this movie right now. But again, Tom Holland, Daisy Ridley. Also, you have Mads Mikkelsen. I always forget that he's in this movie. Those three alone, I would say, is enough reason to at least consider looking at this film. Again, I said consider. I said looking at it. I didn't say purchase. I didn't say go to the movie theaters. And again, that's the thing too. I mean, it's just a situation, like I said in the beginning of the video, this is a movie that has been so, I mean, not necessarily controversy, but the stuff that's happened with this movie for so many years is just kind of ridiculous. Again, keeps getting delayed. When a movie like Uncharted or when Morbius gets delayed, we laugh at it. When Uncharted got delayed, I get very upset because I just want that movie out. Obviously, we're no strangers to movies being delayed, but a movie like this, like to keep pushing it, again, like why? What's the purpose of pushing it to October, to which then you'll probably push it again till next year? Like, do you really want that? One of the things. Now, for Wonder Woman, I do want to say this, and this is not necessarily controversial. For Wonder Woman, they said that the movie would be stale kind of the longer that it was sat on. That's why they wanted to release it as soon as possible. Now, you could say that's because it released over 2 years after they had finished filming, and that's probably what they want you to believe. I believe it's the political stuff because Max definitely resembles some other character, a real-world person that we're all kind of familiar with. That's what I think the real reason is if they kept waiting, it would feel kind of off of the time, okay? So that's that. For Chaos Walking, I simply do believe it would just feel old. I mean, when you originally did the filming almost 4 years ago, and then you did reshoots like 2 years ago, or maybe even like a year and a half ago, like that stuff gets old. You know what I mean? And it may not seem like a big thing, but yeah, if you do a film, if you film something 4 years ago, you're gonna feel like, okay, it was kind of made in like a different age. I mean, Hollywood and the world moves very fast, but Hollywood also moves very fast. So this is, I would say, an example of a movie that you just get out. If it sucks, it sucks. If it's mildly entertaining in an age of 0 movies releasing, now that's another thing too. That's why I don't understand these movies being delayed. I mean, I get it in its own way, but like at the same time, a movie like this, I would say, could very much benefit from being the only movie in existence to be out. Okay, again, like you had Wonder Woman, you had Monster Hunter, but now there's been nothing. Now in March, there actually is quite a few stuff. Justice League, Godzilla vs. Kong towards the second half and ending of March, but those will be dual releases, right, in theaters and also on HBO Max. I mean, if Chaos Walking comes out, and Chaos Walking is March 5th, that's still 2 full weeks before Justice League, and then like 3.5 weeks before Godzilla vs. Kong. There's nothing, and it's not like, you know, before the stuff around the world happened, I used to do like movie previews, and I used to say like, would the movie do good? And I would say, well, you know, it's got like 2 weeks in between it and anything else. But in reality, like obviously there were more movies releasing. They would just maybe be smaller time. In the age that we live in right now in 2021, no, I'm dead serious. There's nothing else out. Just release the film and see how it does. You know what I mean? I will watch it. I will find a way for free to watch this film and talk about it in some way. I really do. I like these. I like Daisy Ridley. I've talked about that before. I don't like Rey whatsoever as a character, okay, in terms of character development, but Daisy Ridley, I think, does a really, really good job. Tom Holland, I'm a fan of his. Mads Mikkelsen, I think he does a really good job. I will watch it probably just for those 3 alone, and then if it's the most boring movie of all time, I mean, I like naps. I like to fall asleep, so maybe I'll just do that, okay? So let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? Are you gonna watch this movie? Are you excited for it in just the tiniest bit? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed, have the bell icon turned on so you know all these videos go up. If you guys want to join our Discord server, link for that is in the description below. We'll see how this video does. We'll see how the movie does. Maybe I can make more videos on the movie leading up to or when the movie comes out. If I see it, I could review it, all that kind of stuff. Let me know if you guys want any of that in the comments below, okay? Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.